from an operational point of view, I think it makes a lot of sense. I was the CEO of Sotogrande, a luxury residential development in the south of Spain, in Costa del Sol, and we were analyzing deeply the possibility of creating some type of elderly housing or something like that in the area. And I think from the operational point of view, it makes a lot of sense. And that's why, if you analyze the different parts of the Spanish coast, for example, you find several places where you can find this type of properties. The problem when you talk about why, as investors, we mainly talk about Barcelona, Madrid, and maybe a couple of cities more in Spain, no more than that, is because if you analyze the elderly housing, or if you analyze the student accommodation, probably 80% of the money comes from international capital. When you are international capital and you are not an expert, a specific expert in a country, obviously you start in the main cities. You start, in the case of Spain, you start in Madrid and Barcelona. But I think it's a question of more time and a question of more experts. No? In our particular case, as PATRIZIA, as a company, we decided to start our investments in Spain, not in Madrid, not in Barcelona, not even in Bilbao, not even in Valencia. We started with Malaga. It was our first investment. But I think you need a very important local knowledge in order to start with a different city, not with Madrid and Barcelona. And I think that's the answer. The right answer to the question is the vast majority of the capital comes from international funds, and these international funds are more focused on the one or two largest cities in the country.
Good. Did anybody else want to pick that up? Or?
No, we are looking at other cities. Obviously, everybody talks about Madrid, Barcelona. Madrid is obviously the biggest market. Barcelona is very attractive, but we have some problems in terms of regulation, licenses, and this obviously for the investors, this is very, very bad because we don't control the timing for the investments, and this is some of the question that is important to analyze. On the other hand, for us, it's very good city, Valencia, for example, for students, because we have the beach and we have the good universities, and the combination of good universities and lifestyle is absolutely key in this type of process. And Valencia is a good city with a good size, for example. Yeah.
Stoneweg, in a residential point of view, we're really active in that areas. We have 3 or 4 developments in the Costa Blanca, as well in Costa del Sol, and we're really bullish on the Costa Brava. And I think that we all agree that due to the geopolitical issues in the Mediterranean makes Spain really interesting. And mentioning Spain, I would say basically the Mediterranean coast and the Balearic Islands. And then if we pass it to the alternative investment that we were talking about, it's really important for us, the operating partner approach. Because at the end of the day, we are really counting on them who are the ones who are going to pay you the rent once you have finished that development, and as well if they have a good balance sheet, which is really important for us, because if not, the development will not be financed by the 4 major bank entities here in Spain. So that is as well the main reason why we have not been that active in those coastal areas for the alternatives part of side, because we are still searching for this kind of operating partners to capitalize with them in the different trades that we are analyzing right now.